field. We're here in Champaign, Illinois, Geese Memorial Stadium. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Purdue Boilermakers and the Illinois Fighting Illini. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Catching up with the Boilermakers head coach before the game, he is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of this season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And comes the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So Purdue's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Long way to go on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had it.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Got to make the play on fourth. And that one falls incomplete. A huge... They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Clement. Turning it on. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
He's got enough. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Gibson.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Hauls it in. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He's changing the play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide left, it's Gibson. Still running at the 40. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Finds the tight end. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Throws quickly. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do it better.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to field this one in tight quarters. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receivers. Drops back on 1st down. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Give to the back. There's some daylight. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down to the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this defense doing a really good job with situational football. Both drives. Last drive gave up some yards, 0 points. This drive forcing a 3rd and long. You bring on the pass rushers. You get after them in a predictable situation.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Sells the run, wants to pass. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just got rid of that one.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
To the air, it's Hauser. Under pressure. Makes the grab. Oh, the sweep continues to fight for yards.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses. That time, they had the matchup they wanted. They took the shot. Really nice throw. Maybe that's the play that generates the first points of this game.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Sells to fake. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Intercepted deep in his own end. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's another play for this offense that you're just left wanting more. Both these offenses, man, nobody's scoring any points. Palmer trying to execute a 2-minute drill, throwing the ball to the other team. That's not part of the 2-minute drill.
And I think we got to give the defenses credit because they have been dominant and physical, and they're creating takeaways. I know the offense has been sloppy, but on the other side of the ball, man, we are seeing 2 really good defenses go at it today.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the play. Hand off from the shotgun. Pass to 6. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Looking for a big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And this offense said, forget that, man. We haven't had much success doing anything this first half, so we're just going to take a deep shot. And it was unsuccessful, but I do like when you take those shots because it makes the corners retreat a little bit more. It makes the safeties play deep. Now, maybe work the middle of the field. Let's try to move this football down the field. Let's try to get some form of points before the halftime.
And the Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first. Makes the grab. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Fires to the tight end. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Off play action on first down. Flips it out to the back. Could not make his way to the corner. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And the returner will be brought down. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And wings it incomplete.
I know one thing, the play didn't result in a good outcome, but I'm very impressed with the offensive line. Unbelievable job. Gave the quarterback plenty of time. Now let's see if they can adjust with the receivers running routes and maybe get somebody open.
Looking down the middle. Left side is Perry. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Finds his target. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. The Boilermakers decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Nestled just inside that right upright. And the field in the half takes us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Catching up with the Purdue head coach at the half. He said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. 2 solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Hand it to the back. He breaks a tackle. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Good job just to get rid of that one.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
Not a lot of room to field this one. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Illinois will get things going as the offense comes out onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Got a man. It's Perry. Runs through a tackle. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking for a man. It's Hauser. Timed it perfectly to knock him free and forces the 3rd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Boilermaker offense heads out to get this drive started. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Working the ground game. On the move at the 30. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Fresh set of downs going up top. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Boilermakers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for running room. Defense all over him.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Here comes the heat. He's got the tight end. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th. They boot it away. On the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Handoff from the gun. Thrust that arm out. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. This time they'll throw it. Fires quickly. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. They'll run it on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Drops back on 1st down. Between the hashes, it's Townsend. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. The run inside. It's Terrell. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Quarterback keeps it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And the Boilermakers have pushed it inside the 20. Tough run here, it's Terrell. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want.
Got it! Touchdown, Boilermakers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Illinois offense returns to the field. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Trying to establish the run. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Caught, it's Dixon. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown to Illinois.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Purdue will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Zings it complete to the right.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the defense trying to maximize their clock management. They used a timeout here, and the 2-minute stoppage is coming. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Straight ahead, it's Valentine. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Fighting Illini with mere inches to gain on 3rd down. Drives inside. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Illinois! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Deep in the end zone, it's Harris. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Snags it. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Out wide right, it's Terrell. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Yeah, and this offense knows what it's like. This is the 2-minute drill. We got to keep the pedal to the floor. Nice job getting the first down.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got it down the left side. Touchdown, Purdue! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Here's the return from inside his 10. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The hand to the running back. There he goes. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Forced out of bounds right at the 33-yard line. Really good pickup there. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Back to pass, it's Hauser. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Finds a crease, it's Terrell. They put the brakes on it. Illinois uses its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They want to run it left here. Could be an alley. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Trying to run, it's right. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Making the adjustment on the play. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Perhaps duck shoes would be appropriate here as he comes out in the rain to try to win the game. He's got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard? Just like that, like you're talking about, Reese. Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse. Just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this. And that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week. These 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.